Know that you toxic, baby. Bad for me like a pack of cigarettes. Falling in love with you already, and I ain't even get to hit it yet. Heard that your last nigga wanted to marry you, got me wondering why he ain't did it yet. Heard that the last nigga wanted to keep you, but I'm wondering why he ain't did that. Like, okay, yeah, I know you get dolled up all day, but somehow still at your ugly show. I wave the checker flag, baby girl, yeah, I gotta go. Running me away, and your friends know you're not for me, and your actions say so. Your actions I've been smoking cigarettes because they remind me of your love so toxic. Whoa, I've been smoking cigarettes because they remind me of your love so toxic. I've been smoking cigarettes because they remind me of your love so toxic. Whoa, I've been smoking cigarettes because they remind me of your love so toxic. Know that you toxic, baby. Bad for me like a pack of cigarettes. Falling in love with you already, and I ain't even get to hit it yet. Heard that your last nigga wanted to marry you, got me wondering why he ain't did it yet. Heard that the last nigga wanted to keep you, but I'm wondering why he ain't did that. Like, okay, yeah, I know you get dolled up all day, but somehow still at your ugly show. I wave the checker flag, baby girl, yeah, I gotta go. Running me away, and your friends know you're not for me, and your actions say so. Your actions say so. I've been smoking cigarettes because they remind me of your love so toxic. Whoa, I've been smoking cigarettes because they remind me of your love so toxic. I've been smoking cigarettes because they remind me of your love so toxic. Whoa, I've been smoking cigarettes because they remind me of your love so toxic.
Thought we was good for each other. Thought that I had given you everything you needed. Gave you a woman, a gift made from God, and look how you mistreated. I put you on top, put you on top. How could you let me just fall to the ground? I'm burning my desire for you. I despise a liar in you. It's time to evacuate. When you see me walk away, don't call my name. Said that you love me, but you barely feel that it. My mind will not change. My mind will not change. I'm turning my back so I can't hear what you're saying. Don't ask me to say. Baby, it's over. Baby, it's over. Don't call my name. Don't call my name. Don't call my name. I think I'm fucked up. Liquor in my cup. Feels like I'm sinking. Anxiety in my stomach. Fighting with the liquor in my gut. We arguing now. Situation got a little complicated. And
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on. You take some time to say goodnight, you close your eyes to dream next thing tomorrow's here.
It's a brand new day, never hold on to hate. Cause you was placed here to be great. Please take your place. All queens got a seat at my table. Cause without y'all, then the man ain't able. Melanated queen, connected to the universe. And so I gotta thank my mom for my birth. If hate is the curse, then love is the remedy. So I send you love no matter creed or identity. Until infinity, look at you like you kin to me. Even when we disagree, yo, you still kin to me. In other words, I can't bring you no trouble, can't bring you no beef, don't wanna see you deceased. Now if I'm coming at you, I'm coming with a business plan. Cause every day I'm on some, yo, let's get this money, man. Yeah, and that's my real plans. I rest my head at night, I wake up, I got another plan.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on.
Tell me why we don't get money together, but we'll kill each other over whatever. Running down the freeway, we gun our own down. If Black Lives Matter, why we gun our own down? That's why they laugh and they think that we clowns. They hear what we say, but see how we get down. We gotta change that now, right now to be exact. Cause hurting that man's moms is not where it's at now. Old school, new school, need to learn, yo. They put us in groups so they can make more dough. The young versus the old versus the young. Black versus white, you see the pattern, right? No unity, keep them all on some gutter-ish. This way they don't prosper and get rich. Yo, can't you see it's a trick? Just open your third eye and you'll see the full view of it. Now yo, what if the powers that be know that the real power lies within the people? That's us. And what if they using things like crayon colors, black and white, to separate the people? Hey, yo, you gotta wake up. Don't let them fool y'all. Spread love.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on. You take some time to say goodnight, you close your eyes to dream next thing tomorrow's. Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on. You take some time to say goodnight, you close your eyes to dream next thing tomorrow's here again. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
All right, here we go.
Good morning.
We are back in the building, y'all. Good morning. Welcome back to another YouTube live stream. We're going to get into it, man. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Y'all know what to do. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me. Let's go. Back here on a Tuesday morning. Hopefully y'all are doing well. Good to see everybody in the building, man. Man, it's always great to be here. Always a blessing. Not only to see another day, but to be here with y'all, man. So shout out to everybody who's in the building. Welcome back to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the Music Morning Show. I'm your host, ClassE Beats of ClassEbeats.com. And today, whoo, man, a lot of crazy things going on in the music world, in the legal world, even right here in the community. And we're going to talk about it today. Good to see all of y'all in here. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Shout out to the ones that are in the building. Let me say what's up to y'all, man. Let me know how you're doing this morning. We got Mosh up in here, Hollywood Code, Big D Wright is up in the building too. Good to see you, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, brother. Good to see you. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. I know most of y'all are here to talk about what's going on with Young Thug and his lawyer, Brian Steele. Brian Steele getting arrested. This whole situation is wild, man. A lot of y'all know I'm right here in Atlanta, so very close to what's going on in this entire Young Thug YSL case. Not only just being involved in the music industry scene here, but I've actually met and worked with some of the attorneys and judges that are involved in this YSL case. So we're going to get into that here shortly, but man, a lot of crazy things going on with that. We've also got some breaking news, what's going on with new popular music releases as well. But yeah, let me know how y'all are feeling in the chat. Hollywood Code said YSL Brian. Yo, that's dope. I like that. Beatmaker says I released an album. Yo, that's dope. Shout out to Real Science Beatmaker. Good to see you back in here. And I actually have an announcement about that as well. Thank you to everybody who stopped by the Song of the Night live last night. We had a great time, man. Absolutely fun show. We heard a lot of great music. Everybody was cutting up as well. I don't know what was going on yesterday. We were cutting up on the morning show. We were cutting up on the Song of the Night live. It was just absolutely crazy. But we're going to talk about the show last night because I do think there are some things that went on last night that need to be discussed, not just for this community, but just as people in general. So we're going to get to that in a second. Big D Right says album mood been going crazy. Miss y'all, man. Yeah, shout out to Big D Right. Always good to see you back in here. Speaking of music, if y'all want to get your music reviewed, I know we haven't been doing it as much on this show, but we are bringing back music reviews to the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. Every Tuesday and Thursday, you'll have another opportunity to not only get your music heard, but to get a chance to get your music critiqued and reviewed, as well as we'll do some mixing and mastering in BandLab. All right. So if y'all want to tap in, we're going to be live later on this afternoon at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live music reviews and professional mixing and mastering over there in BandLab, which that is not the scene that I wanted. There we go. That's the one I want. So make sure y'all tap in. It's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it for sure. Hollywood Co said, what the hell happened? I was in there the whole time. Yeah, so we could talk about it real quick. So, because I know a lot of y'all aren't really in here to watch that. It's just about the mental health thing, along with a lot of the other things that are going on this month. Y'all know June is Men's Mental Health Month, and I take mental health very seriously. I've had family members who have dealt with mental health issues, very close family members, friends who have dealt with mental health. And I want y'all to know that I take your mental health and my mental health very seriously. But yeah, last night there was a situation in the chat that happened. I wanted to give y'all a little insight into what happened in the chat on the show last night, and then actually get y'all's thoughts on what went on. If you disagree, maybe I handled it the wrong way, let me know. All right, let's see. Mixed Chick Samantha is back in here too. She said the judge putting the lawyers in jail and making them write essays. Crazy. Shout out to Judge Glanville. I had the pleasure of meeting him a couple of years ago. Very dope dude. But we're going to talk about here in a minute. Is he right? Is he wrong? Y'all have to let me know. All right. Hollywood Co said, oh, I missed that part. Yeah, we're going to start out with a little bit of community drama. So let me go ahead and turn this music down and get into it. And it really isn't about the community as much as just having a conversation about mental health as well. So last night during the show, we were going through the review show. We were having a good time, and a brand new artist stopped by the show. I'm not gonna say their name. It's not really that important. So this artist came to the show, and they were wanting to get their music reviewed. Y'all know when I do the Song of the Night live, if it's your first time on the show, you get a free guaranteed play, or you get a free guaranteed skip. I like to do that for the new members or the new people on the show, just to show them some love and make sure they get an opportunity to get played. So as we went throughout the show, I started to make sure I could find this artist's name. They had a funny name. We laughed and joked about it in the chat. And this person started to get seemingly sensitive about their name in the chat, about us making fun of their name. So people, in the chat, they're like, oh, it's not a big deal. We're just joking. We don't care about your name. And then this artist stated that they have some type of sensitivity or mental health issues, and I really want to find the chat so I could see it. Anyway, so let's see. Yeah, so just within a couple of seconds of this person being within the chat, they started to feel like people were attacking them, that they are getting hate towards them. Honestly, it wasn't all that serious. What's up, Wave Lori? And y'all know in the community, especially, that's just how we are, especially in the chat. So then it comes out, and I'm going to see if I could find it here. I wish I would have got the timestamp, but as y'all know, while I'm running the show, I've got 11 things going on. But anyway, this artist came out and said that they didn't appreciate that people were laughing at their name. And then it said, okay, Ann, I don't make fun of your name. I don't make fun of Christians ever, just because I have my own religion. That don't mean call me out for my name. Okay. And then people were like, hey, it's not that serious, man. We joke on each other's names all the time. It's all good. Don't worry about it. All right. And then this person says, I am a depressed individual with huge mental health problems. I'm kind of stuck sensitive. All right. So I wasn't sure what that meant. But when the person said that last night, that they were a depressed individual with huge mental health problems, I took it upon myself to just immediately shut down the opportunity for them to get their music reviewed. The reason I did that is because a lot of times, y'all know, some artists who are like this, especially artists who create music, or just creatives in general, they can be sensitive, especially when it comes to their music, or when it comes to things they create. Now, if it had been any other regular person who just submitted their music and didn't say anything about their mental health and about their sensitivity, I probably would have just let it go. But the fact that they said something and I was aware of it, I just took it upon myself to say, hey man, this probably, submitting your music to a music review show probably isn't the best idea if you are sensitive and someone who has quote unquote huge mental health problems, because one, I can only control what I can do. I can't control what somebody says in the chat. Not that the chat would say anything crazy. I can't control how you feel about something. All I can control is what I could do. And if I hear someone has mental health issues like that, me listening to their music, something that they probably put a lot of energy to, something they use as a relief, something they use to kind of express their feelings when they're in that type of place, I just thought it wouldn't make sense for me to have this person on the show, because I don't want, and I wouldn't want to have on my conscience that I made a comment or a remark about this person's music that just either took them over the edge or had them spiraling or second guessing their making music. So it was a really unfortunate situation. I don't think anybody made too much of a big deal about it. And what I told this artist in the chat, and to the whole community too, especially with this being a mental health awareness month, if you're telling me that you're depressed and you have huge mental health problems, yeah, you can say music is an escape, and I think that's great. You have something that gets you through, but instead of focusing on putting your music out there and getting it to people for them to give you feedback that you might not necessarily like, or that might take away from how you use that music, keep that music to this is the one time I would say you keep that music to yourself, keep it sacred, and continue to use that on the tool while focusing on your mental health, because I think that's more important than getting a review on your music or getting some type of validation from people that you don't even know, people that, they could say. I mean, y'all have seen some of the crazy things that people type online, not in our community, thankfully, because we keep this a certain type of energy in a certain type of environment. But y'all have seen people say crazy things. And I honestly do care about the people that come to this show. I care about the people in this community. And I wouldn't want someone to come here knowing that they're struggling, and I still just disregard it and say, okay, well, I'm just going to feed you to the wolves of a music review show, and what you do after that, I don't care about that. That's just not who I am. So I really wanted to use this situation not only to speak to that artist and remind them that your mental health is something that you really have to prioritize. The music is great, and I'm glad that you're using that as a release, but you also don't want that to become some type of crutch. And then if you come to a review show or you decide at some point to put that music out to the world, that it's actually something that makes things even worse for you and puts you in a worse situation. So for me, I said, hey, I would rather have you say, I didn't get my music played on ClassE's show because he said he was concerned about my mental health, than I got my music played on the Song of the Night live, and people in the chat were giving me feedback and they were saying this about my song and that, and then the person on the review, it's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to me. I'd rather tell someone, hey, this is not your priority right now. Focus on your mental health, get your mind right, and then come back when you're ready for this type of environment. So I don't know. Y'all have to let me know what you think in the chat. Big D Wright said, facts. All jokes about my name all the time. Yeah, shout out to Big D Wright. He's been a trooper. But everybody is different, and this person, this is a quote. They said, I am a depressed individual with a huge mental health problem. I said, man, why are you on a music review show? I mean, thank God. Y'all know I'm more of the, I don't want to say PC because I'm definitely not PC. I'm one of the more, I don't want to say constructive. I want to say we give mostly constructive criticism, but God forbid this person pulled up to a roasted review, or, even another show where, who knows, man. I just care too much about people to put someone who says that in that type of situation. So I'd rather say, hey, man, I'm not gonna, if someone's a recovering alcoholic and they say they want to hang out and I'm going to a bar, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, come along, it'll be fine. Yeah, no, don't. I'm not gonna be the guy to do that. Like, hey man, you're there's other things you need to be concerned about with hanging out with me. Deal with this, and then maybe at some point we can hang out somewhere else. But anyway, I don't know. Hollywood, Lanisha's in the building too. Shout out to Lanisha Houston. She was there last night. Hollywood Co said, why I pause myself like that? Like I'm about to throw up. There we go. Hollywood Co said, that's a sticky situation because some criticism of people could do either three things: make them go harder, give them some more confidence, or break their confidence. That's a sticky one. Yeah. And normally I would just, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I should. And he said, especially overly depressed. Yeah. Normally I would just be like, hey, whatever, we're just going to review the music. But if you are in here getting upset about somebody commenting on your name being something that is just a controversial name in all settings. I mean, even whatever your religion, having that name is just tied to a lot of things historically. So not only that, you're going to get upset about that, which is just, it is what it is. But then you're going to go on to comment, I'm a depressed individual with huge mental health problems. I'm kind of stuck, sensitive. Yeah, I don't want to have any part in seeing you not be able to recover or deal with that or go into an even deeper depression. So yeah, I'm just like, hey, for me and for myself, I'm just gonna remove myself from that situation. Mako is in the building. What's up, Mako? Mako, we gotta talk, man. Hey, you gotta get your guy Luca. Mako, you got to get your guy Luca. We're going to talk about Luca to kick off the show. It's not looking good. My pick was completely wrong. I should have went with my gut, which I didn't. But I told y'all before this series started, and even when the Mavericks were making it into the playoffs, that I just didn't understand this Mavericks team. now I'm starting to understand a little bit more, and I'm exposing myself for not having watched a lot of the games, and my Mavericks pick is looking like it's gonna go left, but we'll see what happens. It's still early. Wave Lori says them other shows gonna say your music is going triple aluminum foil. The crazy thing is, Wave Lori, his music could have been amazing, but I'm not gonna play with somebody's life. I'm not gonna play with somebody's mental health and someone's. I have two. I'm not the biggest review show out there, but I know people do take the things that I say to heart. And y'all know, shout out to Uncle Ben, rest in peace. With great power comes great responsibility. So I take what I do and the influence that I have very seriously. And I'm not going to sit here and just, do that to somebody just for laughs and take a chance at possibly their real life being affected, so I see you there. Hollywood Co said, hell yeah, they harsh a F on the other shows. Mako said, I miss being posted on the story. I didn't catch what you posted, my bad. Yeah, I just tagged you in the top 20 charts, which I'll be tagging y'all in the future as well. Let's see. Hollywood Co said, won't they name like DBD or something? Oh, what do you mean? Big D Wright said that person wasn't built for a live show. Sadly, gotta have tough skin. Yeah. And that's what I was trying to say it, but in a nice way. Like, man, this is not where you need to be if you're struggling with depression and deep, what did he say? And huge mental health problems. Like, yeah, get out of here and get some help, man. Hollywood Co said that's how you know you got a banger. ClassE make that face on the screen. Yeah, Triple C went crazy. Mako said, as an artist, you need to be able to take criticism. If you can't do that, then you can't be a successful artist. Yeah, and again, some people, this is just therapy, and they need to keep the music to themselves, because when you put your music out there to other people, you open yourself up to certain types of criticism. You open yourself up to, praise. So there's pluses and minuses, but someone who is in that type of mind state, you just need to prioritize your mental health and your life, and then use it for yourself. You don't need to share that music with other people. That's just my opinion though. Hollywood Co says Celtics in 6. As a Lakers fan, you are not allowed to say that, Hollywood Co. I gotta hold you accountable. Those words should never be typed by a Lakers fan. I know you've heard me say that before, but dang, yeah, I can't do that. Mako says, listen, don't blame me. He's getting fat. God dang. Don't do your Slovenian brother like that, man. Jeez. Mako says you either take criticism and improve on your skill alone in the corner. Oh, I'm sorry. You either take criticism and improve, or you sulk alone in the corner and keep making the same ish. Wave Lori said, you got to understand, people just going to yap whether it's helpful or not. So why not do what you doing anyway? Yeah. He said, Mako says, I failed more times than I can count. I got ished on. I got told I'll never make good music, and it made me improve and get to the level I'm on. Yeah, and this artist specifically, he said, yeah, I just use music. Music is a relief for me. I'm like, well, yeah, then keep that. Just have it as a relief. Now, if you get to a point where you say, okay, music is more than that, and I actually am working towards and want to make a career out of this, so I want to get feedback from other people. I want to know and understand what people think about my music, and I want to find the fan base, then fine. But don't come in the chat and say, oh man, I'm depressed and I have mental health problems, but listen to my music. Like, nah, man. Go fix that other stuff. Big D Wright said he's lucky it wasn't the old school live with the judges. They would have teared him apart. If you know, then you know. Oh man. Yeah. Also, again, I don't know if his music was good or not, because I just refused to play. Also, I gave him the opportunity. I said, hey, if you want to send your music to me privately, I can give you a critique there. So I mean, I tried to make everything available to them. So I don't know. Y'all have to tell me if I made the right decision or not. Mako said, ClassE have some trouble reading today. Brother need a pause. Yeah, I'm struggling, man. I'm a terrible reader. Amy's in the building. Shout out to Amy. She said, did y'all miss Amy? Oh, yeah. She added the E at the end. Y'all see it, man. Amy is officially, ClassE certified. Amy with the E. I love that, Amy. That's how I'm going to type your name from now on. Mako said, bro, if using depression as a way to make people say your music is amazing, you just trying to hear lies and shit. Yeah, somebody, I think it was Agent Wordsmith, said that's a little manipulative. And I'm not going to say that, but I think prefacing your music submission with the fact that you're struggling with depression, it's like, man, just you need to go handle that first. Big D Right said, you went about the right way, ClassE, in a professional way, so you save him, honestly. And it's honestly, to be real, it's not about him. It's about me. It's about me being able to go to bed at night and say I did the right thing, and I don't have this artist over here that's questioning their life because of a music review I did, and especially when it's something that I control. Real Science Beatmaker says it's not on you, it's on the person to work on themselves. Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. I know we've got a great show for y'all today. I'm excited. Mr. Tesla is up in the building. What's up, man? I know we've got over 60,000 of y'all watching. We've got a bunch of y'all watching over on X. A ton of y'all watching over on the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and get into it. Shout out to Amy with the E. And big shout out to Amy too for sponsoring last night's show. She was showing major love last night. And she actually tried to get this artist played, but I sent Amy back her skip. I said, I can't in my right mind. Or I just can't play it. Anyway. All right, speaking of, yeah, Amy's always showing love. Speaking of my guy Mako and Slovenia. I know a lot of y'all are here for the music stuff, but we got to talk about this Boston Celtics and Dallas Mavericks. This will only take a second, y'all, but shout out to, I don't know who made this video, but man, this video was tough to watch. Y'all let me know if you've seen this. This is a couple of defensive sequences they're showing the Boston Celtics going up against the Dallas Mavericks. And y'all got to look at what Luka's doing, man. This is embarrassing.
Completely lost. Blow by.
Oh my gosh.
Another blow by.
This is bad.
Who is he guarding here? Pointing to phantoms. Blow by. Blow by.
Oh.
Blow by.
Luka
Gets lost.
Play some defense, man. And I know, we all know Luka is not, he doesn't pride himself on defense. I mean, shout out to him. He had a 30-point triple-double the other night. I think he's the youngest one to do it. But man, this is terrible. Look at Kyrie pushing him.
Kyrie has to push him. Blow by.
Jeez. It's still
lost. Whoop. 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 Whoop.
Oh man.
Blow by
Mako,
again.
what happened, man? This is
doing?
bad. Luka,
What is
play
he
some
doing?
defense, man.
Whoop.
All right, there we go. He tried.
Woo.
Jeez. Look at this. He not. Big D Right said, bro, ain't
Luka
no
Doncic
way.
defense, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man. Mako said Luka scored one point. He thought he didn't need defense. This is bad. This is a bad look if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan. I know Young Step is not in here, but he's probably hurting. Hopefully he hasn't seen this video. Hollywood Co said they got to win these next two or it's over. Yeah, so Hollywood Co, I had them winning I had them going. Initially, I had them winning the last game, so I thought they were going to go 2-1-2. Right? But now it's looking like they have to go 2-1 and then 2. I don't see them winning 3 games in a row, not against this team. They're too good defensively. 2 in a row, I think they could pull off, but it's looking like my prediction is going to be wrong. They're not going to win in 6 games. This is just bad, embarrassing, and we're going to keep it moving. All right, let me know what y'all think. Mako said, I miss Dragic. He used to be a real star. And the issue about it is Kyrie and Luka aren't defensively great. You look at the Celtics, you look at Shaq and Kobe, you even look at the Golden State Warriors. Klay Thompson, two-way player, great two-way player. Shaq and Kobe, I mean, they're both elite defensively. I mean, a lot of these great teams, you got LeBron, D Wade. You just gotta, if you're gonna have a 1 and a 2 combo that are elite scorers, I mean, Jamal Murray and Joker, you gotta have somebody who's an elite defensive player. That's not a center, and they're just they don't have it, man. They don't have it, so it's gonna be tough. He said Luka soaked up fame and now he's already falling off slowly. Nah, I wouldn't say that. He's just got a lot he's got to work on in his game, especially if they're gonna try and beat the Celtics, because this is rough. All right, just got some breaking news. It looks like Rihanna's dropping some more music. Didn't see this one coming. Y'all check this out. Shout out to Sound for posting this. Says Rihanna says she is officially starting to work on her next album now, coming soon. Now I'm prepared to go back in the studio, so now I'm going to start. All right, her last album was 8 years ago. Good Lord.
Hey yo.
Let's see what she's talking about.
Music for me is a new like discovery. I'm rediscovering things. I have been working on the album for so long that I kind of just like put all that stuff aside, and now
8
I'm
years
prepared to go back in the studio. So I'm prepared. So I'm gonna start. So don't
So we're starting over. We're starting over in a sense.
Yeah, starting.
So she's saying, give me another 8 years. I got you. Don't do us like this, Riri. Come on.
And but I don't want to neglect the songs that I have. So I want to actually go back and like listen to stuff with new ears, with my new perspective, and then see what applies and what I still am in love with. Music for me.
Hey, I respect it. Shout out to Riri, one of the greatest. No debate. Y'all let me know what you think about that. I want to hear some more music from her. We've heard a few features here and there, but I would be interested to hear a new album from her. Super fan of her music, always have been. Yeah, she's absolutely killing it though. Hollywood Co said that's $1 billion fro. Yeah. Shout out to Rihanna with Fenty. Yep, going crazy. Mako says she's the GOAT. Lanisha says, Riri, I've been waiting. Yeah, I want to hear more from her. Mako says, Riri looks like one of those aunties that went into spirituality and crystals and only drink water from closed up stones. Hey. Yeah, Riri is, we definitely gotta get her back in the running, man. That would be dope. Love hearing her music. So maybe, I don't know, who do y'all see her collaborating with? If she were to drop a song today, who do y'all think it would be? Other than A$AP Rocky, obviously. I don't know. Does anybody want to hear from A$AP Rocky? I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. We got one more story. Y'all give me 1 second real quick. I will be right back, and then we'll get to this next story. Hold on.
Baby, let's talk for a while. Truth is, you've been driving me wild. 'Cause when you do things like this, how could I resist? I'm trying to learn your tricks. I
All right, we back. Shout out to Jakob Die with Difference. He's got a new song coming out soon too. I can't wait to hear that one. Ooh, y'all said Riri and SZA. That would be crazy. That would be amazing. Mako says Riri and Hollywood Co. Y'all better not leave Hollywood Co. in the room alone with Riri. Yeah, Mr. Tesla says Lil Baby. Riri and Lil Baby.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Big D Wright says her and Drake. Come on, man. What? Nah. Yo, that's gotta be a joke. Hollywood Code Bako said facts. Yeah, no. I like Riri and SZA though. That would be crazy. Who else could I see Rihanna doing a song with? I can see her doing a song with Kendrick out of spite. That would be amazing. Let's see. Amy says she should do a collab with Teddy Swims, Pink Sweats, her and Daniel Caesar. Ooh. Okay. Hollywood goes to put some respect on Drizzy's name. Travis Scott. I was going to say Beyonce, Big D, right? But I don't know if did they ever resolve the issues that they have? Lanisha Houston said me. I'll be down for that. Yeah, I'd be down for that for sure. Common. What about, you know who I would like to hear her do a track with? This is going to be crazy with DaBaby. That would be amazing. Rihanna and DaBaby would be crazy. I'm surprised nobody said Chris Brown. Mako said M and Riri again. Ooh. I like that. I like that a lot. Who else do we have? Who else do we have that she could do it with? Yeah, I think those would be dope. All right, let's get into our next story. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to this story. Y'all know how I feel about Rexy Said over here. We've got a new story about her apparently getting into it at the airport. No surprise with it being her. Let's talk about it. So, allegedly, most recently, Sexy Red has gotten arrested for doing seemingly sexy red things. This is the type of lifestyle that she likes to portray. And she got caught in 4K and at the airport, nonetheless. Good Lord. All right. What is this TMZ reporting about this? Sexy Red on video during massive brawl at airport that got her arrested. Sexy Red got arrested in New Jersey this weekend for a minor offense. But we now know she was part of a huge brawl, and video shows she appeared to be very much in the mix. Oh, we're shocked. We're shocked about this. Check out this video. Let's see if we can put her out. All right, here they are in New Jersey. Oh man, it's getting rough. The brother's pants are falling down. Is this her right here with the pole in her hand? What is she doing? Is this y'all's queen, man?
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no. Hell to the
Is this y'all's queen?
to the no, no.
This is who y'all love. This is who y'all say I gotta give props to.
Oh, hell
No, thank you, man. She could disappear forever and I would not be upset. She could say the same thing about me though. Oh, they got somebody's weave. Dang. Now, I don't know New Jersey laws or what the laws are in the airport, but picking up a weapon like that and pointing it and throwing it in somebody's direction in some states, it could be a felony. All right. So again, it wouldn't be surprising for her, but hey, look at her back at it. What do y'all think they were fighting over, man? Oh yeah, that's her. That's her right there. Look at it. There's y'all's queen. Cannot stand this chick, man. This is a wild video. I wonder what happened. And it looks like these people aren't with them. So somebody probably said something to her. She snapped. I'm sure we'll get to see the rest of the video and hear what happened once the files get charged, or once the charges get filed. Ratchet, man. I wish there was sound on this too. All right, so then you see them going back and forth. And she's still, now look at this. So she's back there. They're holding her back, obviously trying to protect her. And then what does she do? Somebody said something else. Oh no. More of an assault. Oh, look at this, man. She have a slipper. She have a shoe. This is embarrassing. But I don't know. Y'all tell me, is it embarrassing? It seems like it's on brand for her. This is what a part of the culture is promoting. I absolutely hate it. I think it's trash. And she's going to get praised for this. There's going to be people. Yeah. Stand on business. This is absolute garbage, man. And again, I wouldn't expect anything less from her. Y'all are saying, Hollywood Cole's over here saying, come on, ClassE, you got to give Sexy Red some credit. She doing her thing.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
Mako said, no comment from Mako on this one. Ain't nothing surprising, to be honest. Big D Wright said, nah, that's Drake's new queen. Yeah, Drake can have her. Wenisha says Sexy Red is overrated. She's not even overrated. She's just not talented. You know, she has a talent for, she's not musically talented, I should say. In the least. I can't stand that chick, man. I can't stand, and I think it's not even her, because she's been doing what she's been doing for a long time, especially if you go and look at the music she's been making, how she got put on. So I'm not really mad at her. I'm mad at the culture and whoever has promoted this. Drake, gotta hold you accountable. What are you doing, man? It's just disgusting. Mr. Tesla said, Queen, that's your boo, ClassE.
Oh, hell no.
Nope. Hollywood Co said, I love when people make it out the ghetto and get rich. That's why I'm rooting for her. No, there's a lot. Go, all right, you can root for her. That's fine. She walking around like she go to bed or something. Hollywood Co said, saying when Cardi was coming up, such a victory for us ratchet poor people, rags to riches, man. Nah, y'all need to stay in them rags, man. Y'all stay down there. We don't want y'all up here. I don't want y'all on my TV screen. I don't want y'all on TMZ. Just stay down there. No, keep the rags. Jeez. Big D Wright said she needs better security. She wanted to fight. If you wanted to fight, they can't hold you back, man. She's not Drake. Oh man, Nick Flanagan's in here. Oh my God. Been a minute, Nick. He said, it's been a minute. Life been lifing lately. Hope all is well. Yeah, we're doing great over here, man. Hopefully you're doing well too. Hollywood Co said, Tesla, you can tell she's from the trenches. A win is a win. Nope. Nick says, can I send an attracted air? We're just talking. Yep. So the Music Morning Show We're probably not going to do many music reviews moving forward, Nick. We do have a show that we're going to do at 1:30 if you want to send in your music there. All right, so make sure you stay locked in with that. Big D Right said, "ClassE can't stand Sexy Red, Ice Spice. Who else?" There's a couple other. He said, "Stay in them rags." How are you gonna tell us to stay in them rags? Not you, Hollywood Co. I'm talking about those ones that aren't musically talented. And if she were a reality TV star, I'd be like, fine, this makes sense. But man, like, oh, Lotto, yeah, Lotto's dope. Y'all know I'm in Atlanta. No, Lotto is actually legit talented. Those other two, not so much. He said, "How you gonna tell us to stay in them rats? We don't want y'all up here, man." Oh man, yeah, Lotto, she's cool. I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I respect her and her music. Like even Cardi B, and Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion, I mean, as a person, I just think she's just a terrible person from what I'm seeing, what's going on with the last few cases she's been involved in, free Tory. But when it comes to a music standpoint, I mean, she makes pretty good music. Cardi B, same thing. I think she's annoying, but she makes pretty good music. Lotto, same thing. I don't know. Most of the female artists I'm fans of are in this community. There's a couple of them out there, obviously, like a Rihanna, like a Beyonce. Some of the more talented ones, like a Kelly Rowland and Adele, Kelly Clarkson. Who else do we have? I was just looking. Nicki Minaj, y'all know, YMCMB. Lanisha said, "I don't know any of her music other than half of what I hear on TikTok and Facebook videos. I think Get It Sexy is the only one I've heard. She is not that good." Yeah, I'm good on that. I first seen Lotto on Jermaine Dupri's show when I was a kid. He said Sexy Red is just a regular girl you would meet in any low income neighborhood. That's why she's so relatable. Yeah, that's probably why I can't stand her. Honestly. And also, Hollywood Co., please do not put Sexy Red's behavior and her demeanor on all low income chicks. They do not all act like this. All right. So please don't disrespect them like that. I know some of them are out there. Some would maybe even argue a good bit of them, but do not put Sexy Red on all low income chicks. All right. Nah, she just, no, don't do that. Don't do that, man. That's disrespectful. All right, let's get into the main event. This is what y'all came for. We got to talk about it. We have got to talk about it. So let's go with this video. Mr. Tesla said, yes, they do about 79.8%. You know why that is, Mr. Tesla, though? It's because of the Sexy Reds, because this is what gets promoted. I'm not even going to have that conversation. Free Thug, man. All right, let me see. I'm going to read a couple more comments and then we'll get into it. Hollywood Co said, it's some low income queens out there too. Yeah, man. Don't put Sexy Red's behavior on all of them. But y'all got to stop promoting all this BS, man. Stop lifting these people up. Call it out. Say it's disgusting. Say how you can't stand it. Use platforms like this. Make your own platform. Say, hey, man, I'm sick of all these ratchet chicks out here fighting in the airport. Where are the ladies at? You think Lanisha Houston's gonna be out here fighting in the airport? Nope. You think Amy's gonna be out here fighting in the airport? Nope. Like those are the type of people that we need to be lifting up and supporting. And if y'all wouldn't listen and support all the ratchetness, they wouldn't be out here continuing to do it. But hey, it is what it is. We're not going to have that conversation today. Lanisha said no comment. She said, hell no, I wouldn't be out there fighting in the airport. Yeah, she said that's a whole nother topic. Yeah, we're going to talk. Yeah, it was... I want to have that conversation, but I'm going to let it go. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this one, y'all, because whoo-wee. It's a big one. Hollywood Co said, I'm a hypocrite though, because I won't let my daughter listen to sexy. No, who was that? Who was the city girl that said the same thing? They asked her if she would let her daughter be a city girl. I can never remember her name. Duh. Young Miami. Oh, they don't have the clip though. I just want the clip. It's not just you, Hollywood Co. And this is the thing that drives me crazy about the community.
As pretty as she is and says, Mom, I want to be a city girl. She ain't gonna be no city girl. Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl? I want her raised totally different. Like, I really want her to just be like, you know, I never went to the school girl. I kind of was raised different, so I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, you know, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong. So fans are...
It's crazy. Let me see if I can find. I actually want to find the clip now that we're talking about it. Oh, shout out to my dog Anton Daniels talking about this too. I think that's where I originally heard it as well. This is what I don't get. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Wrong.
Having an Android a deal.
Let me see.
The birds of a feather as she celebrating the little dude.
And here we go. Shout out to Mr. Stacy over here.
Put more of the story. Stay here.
You're a city girl. You say you're single, you can do whatever you want to do. So you have to tell me if you would smash or pass. The first person, Jack Harlow.
We're watching we're reacting to a reaction video.
Damn.
Who he loved.
The only like I can't just see no white man on top of me. And he it's gonna be pink.
Hollywood.
I'm trying to skip for it.
You know, like never went to the school girl. I was
for nine. Come on, story though. By either clicking the clap to the book, folks enough time to talk, then they can tell you the.
Man, I didn't see where she mentioned it. Hold on.
Of how I was raised, and just even see.
Here we go.
So Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl.
No, I want her raised totally different. Like, you know, I don't even want her to even see the light of day like that. Like, I really want her to just be like, you know, like never went to the school girl and just on a whole nother ways. Like, you know, I kind of was raised different, so I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, you know, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't want that for my daughter.
So y'all.
And I think this is the biggest thing about hip hop and hip hop culture in general. This is why people get it twisted about hip hop. The majority of what hip hop was, well, I won't even say this. A lot of where people get it messed up with hip hop is hip hop culture isn't necessarily at its core about glorifying what's going on in hip hop or what's going on in the culture, whether that be the street life, whatever you want to say. It's more so telling the story, but some people have taken that and be like, yeah, that's the life I want to live. That's what I want to talk about. And then they started moving in this direction to where it gets glorified instead of telling the story, talking about what's going on versus like, hey, this is what we should be doing. And I think so much of that gets missed and lost in the message because people want to try and act like this is the life that they should be living. When you ask most of the people who have lived these lives and been brought up in these lives and seen things that other people who are outside of this type of community could imagine, and they want to make it out. They don't want their kids brought up in low income. They don't want their kids running around in the streets having to deal with all this. If they could put them in the private schools, if they could put them in certain situations, and still be able to teach them the lessons that they learn, 9 out of 10 times they would do it. Amy says they aren't good role models for the youth with their music. In my opinion, they aren't. I wish they had more positive messages for the young girls and youth, like they have. Oh, I need to move this over here. Here we go. Like they have talent, but can we make music about something other than clapping cheeks, please? Oh. Yeah, Mr. Tesla says, shout out to AD. Yeah, shout out to Anton Daniels, man. Hollywood Co said, I like to see people win and get money. That's all. I like to see people win too. Someone like that who's promoting something that's detrimental to the community. Boy, this is going to be controversial. I don't want them to be promoted. They can win, go win at the strip club or something. Like, you don't have to be put at the forefront for people to look at and be like, yeah, hey, just continue to be ratchet and fight in the airport. You can still win. No. Go win somewhere else. That's probably a terrible thing to say, but I don't care. That's how I feel. Hollywood Co said, we all gonna win and get money one day. Yes, sir. Amy said, Hollywood Co, I hear that, but some people destroy themselves worse when they get money if they are mentally and emotionally able to handle it. He said facts, talking about, people who are in the hood and who are in the struggle, they would get out any chance that they get. That's the whole point. Lanisha said, man, we sing musicals and ballads in my house. The classics of music. Industry music is just not what it used to be. Not at all. Not at all. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it because we got another show in 45 minutes. So we got to finish this one up real quick. So recently, Young Thug's lawyer has come under attack, and it's looking like he's going to be spending some time in jail. All right, Brian Steele, y'all want to talk about standing on business? He stood 10 toes down and decided he was not going to snitch on some of the and tell the judge where he got some of the information that recently came out, which actually could possibly lead to a mistrial. Doug might be getting out of jail. Let's listen to it. We're going to check out and see what actually happened in court when Brian Steele was initially arrested. And then I'll give you guys a little bit of the background on why this is taking place and some of the things that led up to it as well.
You all are really getting yourselves cross purposes at this point in time.
And this is Judge Glanville right here. Super dope dude.
You all are really getting yourselves cross purposes at this point in time. Sir, I'm telling you, you are at this point in time. You made some things out of nothing. I think that you're on very precarious ground at this point in time. So I'm telling you at this point in time, he's in custody. We're going to go ahead and start. You can represent Mr. Williams. That's okay. That's fine. I'll take up the other stuff as needed, but I'm not going to take it up right now.
So what he's talking about here is Brian Steele at the beginning of this court proceedings came out and let the judge know, hey, like, we're going to have a mistrial here. And the judge said, what is going on? He said, well, I got here earlier than I was supposed to be. And I heard from somebody and got some information that you guys were having a meeting without us. So now the prosecution, some of y'all may know, is not allowed to meet with the presiding judge without the defense being there, right? So that happens. You've got a whole bunch of other legal issues you run into, and it could lead to things being thrown out, there being a mistrial, whatever have you. So in this case, Brian Steele found out from someone that they were meeting without him, and he said, hey, judge, you can't be doing that. And if that's going to happen, then we need to look for another judge. We need to call a mistrial, and we're going to start this whole thing over because y'all did something that was illegal and that you weren't supposed to do. So clearly, Judge Glanville is upset about these accusations and wants to know where they're coming from, how he found out this information. Obviously, if Brian tells where this information came from, y'all can guarantee that person is going to get fired. Yeah, and I see some of y'all talking about Fannie Willis in the comment section. We're going to talk about her in a minute too.
Really getting yourselves cross purposes at this point in time. Sir, I'm telling you, you are at this point in time. You made some things out of nothing. I think that you're on very precarious ground at this point in time. So I'm telling you at this point in time, he's in custody. We're going to go ahead and start. You can represent Mr. Williams. That's okay. That's fine. I'll take up the other stuff as needed, but I'm not going to take it up right now. Say again? Respectfully, I will not. I cannot. Sir, you have. Well, you're gonna have to do the best you can at this point in time, because you don't get to extort the court. That's what you're attempting to do at this point in time, sir. Yes, you are. What you're trying to do is.
So what's happening here is this was before the proceedings started, and Brian brought up the accusations. Judge Glanville's like, I'm holding you in contempt of court. I see what you're trying to do. He thinks he's trying to extort the court. He's not going to tell him where he got the information from. So he's alleging that Brian is just making this up. But at the same time, he also wants to find out who gave him this information. Right. So now they're going to remove Brian from the proceedings, continue on with the case. And then they have this other attorney that they want to proceed with, this other defense attorney that they want to proceed with. And the other attorney is saying, hey, Judge, I don't know. I can't do this, man. I'm just here to support. I'm handling this part of the case. And Brian is the lead attorney on this case. We can't proceed without him being here. And the judge is like, well, we got to keep it moving, man. Figure it out.
Not going forward if I don't get this. You know, it doesn't work that way, Mr. Adams. And I'm telling you at this point in time,
It's tough out here.
I would just kind of govern yourself accordingly, sir. I'm telling you.
He said, figure it out. As
the court, under these particular circumstances, everything will come out as it should. I don't think, sir, I don't have enough information at this point in time to address it. I don't. But I'm telling you at this point in time, there is nothing.
Mr. Adams said, I got a tea time. I don't want to do this.
Said whatever this morning that. But sir, I don't even know. Your co-counsel won't even tell me who said whatever. Okay. And the challenge I'm having in this particular circumstance is that is such a violation of the sacrosanctness of the court's chambers and an ex parte conversation. You're just glossing over that. You're glossing over that in its entirety. No.
So basically, he's just saying these are serious accusations, and Brian, if he wants to move forward with this, he has to let the judge know who told him this information, because otherwise it's just hearsay. And he just heard about this. Either he was listening into a conversation or he was walking by and heard somebody say something, which is actually illegal. It's not good, man. This whole thing is a mess.
Sir, that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
This is wild, man.
That's not what happened. I'm just telling you, that's not what happened.
Judge, respectfully, we are not obligated to simply accept that there's been no violation. We believe that there has been, and the only.
Okay, well then no, we're not doing that at this point in time. So you'll have a choice.
Dang, man.
All right, take Mr. Steele into custody, please.
All right, so they got him, man. They took Brian Steele up out of there. They arrested him or detained him, however you want to say it. They didn't put him in jail. They just take him back to a holding area. They continue with the proceedings, and then at the end of the day's proceedings, they brought him back in to deal with this situation. So basically, he put him in timeout. Which is wild, man. Let's keep it going. We got to see the whole thing go down. Got officers saying, "Come on, man, let's go." Dang, man, this whole thing has been crazy. I wish I could be in the courtroom.
Your Honor, would the court afford me one moment to confer with counsel regarding the appropriate remedy in this type of
Okay. All right.
And that's Miss Love. Got an opportunity to meet her as well. Great at what she does. Absolutely amazing. Very professional. She is
Yes, sir.
trying to figure out what's going on here.
Mr. Williams does not wish to go forward without me being here. You are removing me against his will, my will. You're taking away his right to counsel. And you're conducting material parts of this trial without me present, and I can't learn about it by watching online. So for that reason, additionally, I asked for a mistrial. And I assume you deny, but
Ooh. Brian Steele said he's asking for a mistrial because the judge is taking away Young Thug's right to counsel. Man, this guy's a G. Shout out to Brian Steele, one of the top attorneys here in Atlanta. This man is an absolute killer. Yeah, he's ready to go. He said, hey man, you can't do that. I'm telling you something that's going on and you're removing me for contempt just because I won't give you somebody's name. Oh, this is wild, man.
material parts of this trial without me present, and I can't learn about it by watching online. So for that reason, additionally, I asked for a mistrial. And I assume you deny, but I'd like you to deny our motions for mistrial. You denied the other people.
I've denied your motion, but I'll certainly take that under advisement, sir.
Oh my gosh. Woo! All right, there he goes, man. That's our guy, Brian Steele. Free Thug, man. Get him up out of here. Look at Young Thug. He's like, man, this is crazy. All right, so let's read a little bit more into what's going on. Shout out to XXL for summarizing everything that happened so far. So Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, taken into custody for contempt of court in the YSL RICO trial. Check this out. Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, has been ordered to spend 20 days in jail as a result of being held in contempt of court, according to Atlanta newspaper Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Judge Ural Glanville ordered Steele to spend the next 10 weekends in the Fulton County Jail in Georgia to fulfill his sentence. You do not want to be in Fulton County Jail. I'm telling y'all right now, Fulton County Jail is... Just look up the stories. Go over to Google and just type in Fulton County Jail, whatever. It's ugly over there. But Steele requested to be allowed to do his time at Cobb County Jail, where Young Thug is being held so they can work on their case. Now, this isn't as terrible as it sounds, because as y'all saw, he's going to spend the next 10 weekends in the Fulton County Jail. So basically, he's going to check in on Friday and they'll let him out on Monday. Right. So it's more of an inconvenience than anything. But still, who wants to spend time in jail? I know I don't. I know I don't. And no, before y'all say it, I have not spent time in Fulton County Jail. All right. I just know. You can look up the stories. I haven't spent time in that specific jail. Anyway, Steele requested he be allowed to do his time at Cobb County Jail, where Young Thug is being held, so they can work on the case. Glanville okayed the request on his end and said he would speak with the sheriff. All right. So originally, Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, is taken into custody after being held in contempt of court. Young Thug's attorney taken into custody on Monday. So this was yesterday, June 10th. Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, was taken into custody and held in contempt shortly after Judge Glanville and the prosecution returned from lunch. And we'll get into actually some of the things that happened leading up to him being held in contempt, because speaking of Fannie Willis, some crazy things went down in ties to Fannie Willis as well. We're going to hear about it in a second. The jury had not yet been brought back out, and Steele informed Judge Glanville that Lil Woody Copeland, or we'll call him Lil Woody, a key witness for the prosecution, met with his stand-in lawyer and prosecutors without the defensive knowledge. Oh no. This is bad, bad, bad. So it looks like he's saying that Lil Woody met with another lawyer and the prosecutors. Sheesh. And the interesting thing is, well, we'll get into Lil Woody in a second, but y'all keep this in mind, because he originally declined to testify, and he was also held in contempt of court. But now it's looking like today that he decided, I changed my mind. I'm actually going to testify. So this is crazy, man. Judge Glanville became furious at Steele for knowing this information and demanded he tell him how he found out about the meeting. Glanville claimed that was an ex parte meeting, which is a legal term that refers to a meeting one party has with the judge to speak on issues with the case without other parties' knowledge. Glanville accused Steele of witness intimidation and coercion. Steele said he wouldn't disclose how he found out about it. You and I are going to have some problems, Judge Glanville said. Uh-oh. The judge then left the bench, saying he returned in 5 minutes, which it took him closer to 15-20 minutes, and that Steele needed to tell him how he found out about the ex parte meeting. Judge Glanville threatened to hold Steele in contempt if he did not do so. After 5 minutes, Glanville returned. It wasn't 5 minutes. He returned, but Steele would not budge. Glanville said he'd be taking Steele into custody and that he'd have until 5 p.m. that day to tell the judge where he got the information from, or where he got the information before officially charging him. Right, you'll have to make a choice, Glanville said. Take Mr. Steele into custody, please. Oh my gosh. As Young Thug's lawyer was led away, he approached the bench and said his client did not feel comfortable moving forward with the trial without him being present. Steele asked for a mistrial. Thug's second attorney, Keith Adams, also moved for a mistrial. Yeah, and this Keith Adams, y'all saw him in the video. He was the one wearing the glasses, bald head, would say, hey man, I can't carry this case on my own. I need Brian here. And if Brian's not here, I mean, we might as well not even have this case. And also on the other side, the prosecution has a lot of issues with this as well, just because one, seems like there's a leak on their side. Two, if they go through with this in the way this is being handled, it could lead to a mistrial, especially if Judge Glanville is too hasty in holding Brian in contempt because of some of the things he mentioned. Young Thug doesn't have access to his lawyer and a lot of other things on the legal side I won't go into. But Mr. Williams does not wish to go forward without me, Steele told the judge. You are removing me against his will, my will. You've taken away his right to counsel, and you're conducting material parts of this trial without me present, and I can't learn about it by watching online. So for that reason, additionally, I asked for a mistrial, and I assume you deny, but I'd like you to deny our motion for mistrial. Wow. I deny your motion, but I'll certainly take that under advisement, Judge Glanville responded. Glanville, he is fighting for this one, man. He does not want to be left out of this. So some of the things that happened in between here. First of all, our guy, Brian Steele, did not have any representation, right? And word spreads fast in these circles. So when some of the other attorneys in the area found out that Brian was being held in contempt of court, man, he got a whole army of attorneys behind him. They actually had attorneys outside of the courtroom wanting to get in to protest what was happening in court. All right, and you can look this up. There's more information out there, and I'll show that at a later time. But he eventually requested, as they came back at the end of the day when the judge gave him another chance to give him the information that he was looking for, he actually was able to get someone to represent him. And the person that was representing him is the person that was going up against Fannie Willis and Nathan Wade. Now, if y'all don't know that story, and it's Fannie, I guess I'm saying her name wrong. It's easier to say Fannie. Anyway, if y'all don't know that story, Fannie Willis is the district attorney here in Atlanta, and she was trying this case against Donald Trump that has been going on. And now it's actually frozen because of some of the things that the lawyer that was representing some of the people on Donald Trump's side shut things down. All right. I believe her name is Ashley. I got to look up her name. Her name is Ashley something. Anyway, so she actually came in to represent Brian Steele. She goes back and forth with Judge Glanville and is essentially saying, hey, you can't do this, isn't right. Here are the other cases. And here's the precedence that was set that says you're not able to do this and hold him in contempt. The judge says, I don't care. I'm holding him in contempt. We're going to keep it moving forward. And he's going to do the next 10 weekends. All right. So, but before even all of that happened, as y'all can see in this next article, we had our guy, Kenneth Copeland. We're going to call him Lil Woody. He actually refused to testify. All right. Now, it's interesting. All of these things that are going on with him refusing to testify. And then he comes back today and says, hey, I do want to testify. And then Brian Steele alleges that they had a meeting without him with Lil Woody, and now Lil Woody's saying he wants to testify. This whole thing is just, it's just a bad look. The Atlanta legal system is under a microscope these last few months, and it's not looking great. Y'all check this out.
See, our jury has left us. Mr. Copeland, given the fact that you have invoked your Fifth Amendment privilege, but the state has already given you immunity under 24-5-507, this court holds you in willful contempt, and we'll see you on Monday. And we'll see if we can get some more testimony at that point in time. Take me into custody.
Dang. All right, so that's when Lil Woody went down. So now this happened on Friday. Okay, so he got locked up. He was in jail until Monday. Then Monday morning, Brian Steele is alleging that the judge, the prosecution, some other lawyer, and Lil Woody all met together without him knowing, which is illegal, right? And they're not allowed to do. Now it's coming out that Lil Woody saying, okay, yeah, maybe I'll testify. All right, and this is where he got arrested. Friday, Lil Woody took the witness stand on day 87 of the YSL RICO trial. Copeland, an alleged YSL affiliate who police say had direct information regarding the various crimes Young Thug had been charged with, was scheduled to testify against the Atlanta rapper. However, as Thugger, it's funny that they call him that, looked on from within the courtroom, Lil Woody invoked his Fifth Amendment right, so he pleaded the Fifth, right against self-incrimination as soon as Fulton County prosecutors began their cross-examination. As a result, Glanville had held Lil Woody in contempt of court and ordered him to be taken into custody, which he was for the entire weekend. All right. When a prosecuting attorney asked Lil Woody his current age, he said in the video below, I'm grown. I'm an adult. He was then asked for his age in terms of years, to which he swiftly replied, I take the Fifth. All right, he's tripping on that one. At that point, Judge Glanville held Lil Woody in contempt and had officers arrest him while he was still on the stand. All right, so again, this is getting wild. This is getting crazy. Fox News 5 Atlanta gives us a little bit more insight into what happened once Brian Steele was arrested, because again, they arrested him, or I guess I should say they detained him the start of the morning. They proceeded with the trial, and then at the end of the day, they brought him back in, and the judge gave him another chance to say, hey, you're going to tell me who said this, or we're going to continue with holding you in contempt of court.
For your patience, counsels. The court's had an opportunity to reflect, and Mr. Steele, if I could ask you to take the podium, please, as well. Now stand next to your attorneys.
Ashley Merchant, that's her name. I just remembered it. So this right here is who I was talking about. So this happened at the end of the day. All right. So word got out. They said, hey, we need the Avengers to come and save Brian, man. So they bring in Ashley Merchant, and man, I'll tell y'all the next time we cover this. But again, she was involved in the whole situation that went down with Fannie Willis and Nathan Wade with the Trump with the Trump trial, and now that trial is on hold. She is an absolute powerhouse. She actually works for a group of attorneys that specializes in handling situations like this. All right, so keep that in mind as we go throughout this video. She was able to come into the court and was allowed to come into the court to speak on Brian Steele's behalf and try to defend him, seemingly at no avail, though.
All right, thank you for your patience, counsels. The court's had an opportunity to reflect, and Mr. Steele, if I could ask you to take the podium, please, as well. Now stand next to your attorneys.
Yeah, when he told them, they knew what was about to go down.
Okay, Ms. Merchant, Mr. Steele, and I apologize.
Mr. Susar, Judge.
One more time?
Susar.
What, spell your last name for us?
S-U-S-O-R, Sierra, Uniform, Sierra, Oscar.
You're a good man. Good man. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Okay, Mr. Susar as well. All right, counsels, I've made a clarification or to the order of contempt.
All right, here we go.
Mr. Steele, I am going to hold you under, still hold you in summary criminal contempt pursuant to OCGA 15-1-3, subpart 3, for your failure to comply with my earlier order today. I'm going to order that you be taken into custody, incarcerated in the Fulton County Jail for no more than 20 days for this contempt. Those 20 days consisting of every weekend for the next 10 weekends. And you'll be reporting to 901
That's a lot of jail time.
West Atlanta, Georgia, 30318 at 7 p.m. on Fridays. You'll be released on 7 p.m. on Sundays. And it's to commence this Friday, June the 14th at 7 p.m. and not to end until Sunday, August the 18th at 2024 at 7 p.m. subject to further order of this court. And that will be entered and e-filed, and you may take whatever steps you and your counsel deem appropriate after that. Okay?
Can I ask
Wow.
a question?
Sure.
I'm going to file a notice of appeal, but for whatever reason that doesn't take, and you don't give a bond, then I'd ask that I can be with Mr. Williams and we work on our case all weekend.
Oh, look at him, man. That's a dope lawyer, man. Y'all give it up for Brian Steele. Standing by his guy, 10 toes down. He said, man, if I got to go to prison, if I got to go to jail, can I at least work with Young Thug, old Jeffrey over there? That's dope, man. Shout out to him.
For whatever reason that doesn't take, and you don't give a bond, then I'd ask that I can be with Mr. Williams and we work on our case all weekend for all those weekends. Otherwise, I can't prepare.
Yeah, Brian's a whole W.
That's up to you. And sir, I will, sir, if that comes to pass, you have my support. I will talk with our sheriff and we may be able to make that work. Okay. If that should occur. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Dang, man. 10 weekends is a long time.
All right. Is Miss counsels, I'm done with this unless you have anything else. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Miss thank you, Miss Merchant and Mr. Susar. Thank you. Okay. All right.
Yeah, shout out to the big dogs, man.
Yes, in fact, the clerk is going to file a copy. It's going to be e-filed. It'll be on the e-file system momentarily. You should be able to get a copy of it from there directly, download from there.
And Judge, Ms. Merchant and I will file entries of appearance on behalf of Mr. Steele.
Sure, that would be great. Thank you so much. Okay, all right.
There it is, man. Brian Steele, attorney of the year right there, man. All right, so it'll be interesting to see what happens because, y'all, I just saw again, as I mentioned, that it looks like Lil Woody is going to take the stand and is testifying against Young Thug. All right, so hey, at least Young Thug has Brian on his side because it looks like Lil Woody folded a little bit initially. He pleaded the fifth and got held in contempt. So we're going to give y'all an update on that probably sometime tomorrow. So make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time we go live and keep y'all up to date. All right. What do y'all think about that, man? That's wild. Some wild stuff in here. And while I've got everybody in here, let me mention again, in about 20 minutes, I need to get some lunch. In about 20 minutes, we are going to start our new music review show right here on the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. Also, if you haven't checked out the BandLab Engineer channel, you can go over there and subscribe as well, because once this live stream, or once we end the live stream later this afternoon, the replay will only be available on the BandLab Engineer channel. All right. So we won't have the replay available on this channel. So if y'all want to watch it again, make sure you go and subscribe to the BandLab Engineer channel. All right. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. We've got, oh, Amy was up in here making jokes. I know. She said, Hollywood Coast said, could he be disbarred for this? It depends on who you're talking about. Are you talking about Brian Steele? The answer to that is no. If you're talking about Judge Glanville, the answer to that is also no. Yeah, you can't be disbarred. I mean, not in this case, for a mistrial, and you also can't be disbarred from being held in contempt of court. Well, that's not exactly true. In this case, I don't believe so. I'll save that official answer for the lawyers, but in this case, from my understanding, no. Hollywood Coast said Brian's more solid than most of the whole gang. Yeah, for real, man. Y'all see Lil Woody's folding already. By the way, that name is crazy. Big D Wright says Brian was standing on business. Yes, he was. Wave Lori said, I know Fannie Willis is punching the air right now. She cannot stand Ashley Merchant for sure. Mixed Chick Samantha says, I don't think the lawyer is wrong. No, I think he's 100% right. Could this be a play? Because Judge Glanville isn't denying that the meeting took place. But what he's upset about is that the defense found out about this meeting. He wants to know how he found out about the meeting, which I think is weird to me as well. Lanisha said, so who met without him? The judge too? Yep, it was the judge. It was Lil Woody, and it was someone from the prosecution. You cannot meet with the judge if you're the prosecution or if you're the defense without the other side. Yeah, that's illegal. The entire trial has been crazy. That's a fact. Hollywood Coast says Thug and 6. Oh man, hopefully it's not 6 years. God, because we've been going on this trial for a while. Let's see. Hollywood Coast said mistrial. Lanisha Houston said mistrial. Hollywood Coast said if and when Thugs come home, he gonna kill the game. That man is a hit maker. Can you imagine if he were making music right now? Yeah. Yeah, Young Thug he's an animal. Amy Lee said, ClassE speaking from experience, I have never been in Fulton County Jail. All right. She said, I'm kidding. It's all good, Amy. Hollywood Coast said he requested to be in Thug's cell too. Yeah, that's dope. He sounds like a dope lawyer. And Mixed Chick Samantha said, look up the other lawyers held in contempt. In this case specifically, Samantha, or are you talking about by Judge Glanville? Let me know. Hollywood Coast said, we need our community lawyer in here. Yeah, we got to get Javi back up here for sure. Wave Lori said, Woody is singing. That's a wild sentence. Amy says, I wonder how Lil Woody got his name. Come on. Oh, Amy, she said Lil Woody and his racist banana. Oh man. All right. What else? What else do y'all say? Let me see. Hollywood Coast said, when Brian, he said, I'd rather 20 days in a row than 20 weekends. Do I agree? "20 days in a row." Dang, man. not sleeping in your own bed for 20 days versus not sleeping in your own bed for 2 nights, for Friday night and Saturday. Well, no, it would be 3 nights, Friday and Saturday night, 10 times. Nah, Cole, I gotta disagree, man. I gotta disagree because it's a lot easier to push through and just check off the weeks, because especially if he's gonna get to work, those 48, 72 hours it's gonna go by quick. So I think I wanted to agree with you initially, but nah, I'd have to say I'd take the 10 weekends, man. That's tough. Amy Lee says he was standing.
Hey, yo.
Relax. Mixed Chick Samantha says yes, literally in this case. Okay, I'm gonna look it up, Samantha, and we'll talk about it tomorrow, because we're gonna talk about Lil Woody testifying tomorrow for sure. She said, "I love to make you laugh." Shout out to Amy. I appreciate you being here, man. Shout out to Amy. He said Amy's been on a roll lately. She's still trying to recover from the banana talk yesterday, man. I killed all Amy's bananas, hopes, and dreams, man. She can never eat a banana the same again. She said he's gonna have plenty of bananas around the weekend. Oh my God. Hollywood Co says that's 2.5 months of obligations versus 20 days. I know, but Hollywood Co, you gotta be in jail for 20 days, man. For 20 days. I don't want to be in jail for 20 days, man. Y'all are making me over. I can't. 20 days. I mean, some of y'all know what it's like in jail. That 20 days will feel like forever. 72 hours, 48 hours at a time. I mean, that's fine. That's just a bad night, a bad couple nights in a hotel, man. He said, might as well get it over with. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Floyd said, might as well get it over with. Nah, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's not. It's worse than it sounds. Floyd says, so what you're saying is we know what to expect at the interrogation class is ever real. I'm telling you, Floyd. Take those 10 weekends, man. You'll be glad you did. And you'll get used to it after a while. But the 20 days, knowing it's a short time, it's different getting years versus getting days. Those 20 days are going to take forever. Hollywood Co said, trust me, I know it's worse than it sounds. Yes. Yep. A lot of us know. I'll just leave it at that. Miss Chick Samantha says the judge should not hold him that long. Why he ain't going after the people that were in the room? Well, it's hard for him to, because Brian Steele won't say who he got the information from. And I think that's smart of him, because one, that person can still be involved and further involved in the case, because if Brian Steele says, hey, it was such and such, they're up out of there. Yeah, they're fired. They're done. And if there were to be a mistrial, or if there's any type of appeal that's filed, or, if Judge Glanville ever has to be a witness in some case involving this entire contempt situation, then Brian's going to be able to call that person as a witness. So yeah, he's just holding his cards. He's keeping his cards close. I ain't mad at him for that. He said 10 weekends is fine. I got this. Amy says, ClassE, I literally have a banana right here for part of my lunch.
Hey, yo.
But I keep looking at it like I don't know if I'm recovered enough from yesterday. I literally lost. She says, I literally almost lost my life choking. Hey, you're welcome, Amy. Anytime, Amy. Oh man, anytime Amy sees a big old banana, she's gonna think of me. Floyd the Real Deal Neil says, I know someone who got a year of weekends for PPP fraud. She's hating it. Floyd, ooh, this is not the show to talk about it, but those PPP loan folks, it's about to get ugly for them. It's about to get ugly. I heard, I think Anton was talking about it today on the Millionaire Morning Show. If y'all haven't checked him out, make sure you go show some love to my guy, Anton Daniels, amazing content creator. He gives some great insight into the business world and just overall business news. And he was talking about that this morning, just about how everyone who was doing those PPP loan scams, yeah, they're about to get in trouble. Big trouble. Wave Lori said, it's a wrap for real. One of my bros got for that. Yeah, they're Hollywood Coast said a whole year is crazy. They are not playing around. And there were so many people out here doing it, acting like they weren't going to get caught. It was going to be fine. It was going to be what are they saying? 8-9 years before they could do anything. Wasn't worth it. Amy says, I mean, what are the chances I'm eating a banana and you start talking about all that? I'm sorry, Amy. I didn't mean to do you dirty like that. Hollywood Coast said, I missed the PPPs last time. I'm going to take my chances this time. Don't do it. It's their money. They want it now. He said, I'm just playing. He doesn't want to go back. All right, y'all. We're going to get up out of here. We've got a live stream that's starting here in the next 10 minutes. Y'all go check it out, especially if you want to hear some dope music and get some in-depth music reviews. We're going to be live over on, well, right here on the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. All right, I'll see y'all over there. Thank you to everybody who tapped in. I know we had over 60,000 of y'all watching today. Shout out to the big crowd we had over on X. Make sure y'all subscribe to the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. We'll be back here tomorrow as well at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll give y'all some updates on the YSL case, and we'll talk about what our guy Lil Woody has got going on over there. Y'all keep growing, keep pushing, keep it classy. Who we call. Peace. Amy, oh man, wow for that.
Innocence you can't attain. Distance, I can't find the words for a feeling. Holding on to all of the apologies you're giving. I'm asking for difference. Somehow I'm still caught up in your eyes. It's nothing new. I'm hoping you're feeling it too. I need you. Please come save me. Can we just settle for love? Maybe let's talk for a while. Can we just settle for love? Kill me just to hear your last name. Use me to replace your ex, babe. Hide your pain under your dress. Innocence you can. Kill me just to hear your last name. Use me to replace your ex, babe. Hide your pain under your dress.